Yo, what up? This is the Grind2Hard podcast, season 3, episode number 69. I'm your host, Chef Clay. Catch me doing my thing on IG at Keeping It PC. That's keepingit.p.c. My job here in El Paso, Texas is personal chef work. I'm blessed to go inside people's homes and cook for individuals and families as a career. My passion is food and serving amazing plates. The Grind2Hard podcast aims to help you find your passion in life and ultimately help you find a little more happiness to your journey. Our focus on this platform is motivation and entrepreneurship. I believe we are all climbing that mountain of success or looking for our own personal greatness. We are with you 100% at the Grind2Hard podcast. I want to shout out this studio because if you can notice, the audio and visual is like 100% top-notch quality. That's due to the producer here, Paul Ward, and the studio Nevermore Records. I want to shout them out. If you're interested in starting your own podcast, it's be a top part of this top quality, then it's the numbers right in the beginning of this podcast. Go ahead and give them a call and start that off. Right now, we're starting the episode number 69. I want to thank chefs for coming down from Epicure here in El Paso, Texas. Thank you, Chef George, Chef Brendan, for coming down. Appreciate you. Basically, Chef Epicure is two chefs. You can catch them on IG at Epicure. That's EPICURE_915. They're entrepreneur gourmet chefs here in El Paso, Texas. They put on a couple shows. They're volume 1, 2, 3 on 5, right? Yeah. Chef Brendan Barnes and Chef George Gamboa. For me, please, would you define Epicure for the audience real quick, like short 15 seconds, what the experience is with you guys?
Cool. Well, first off, it's a pleasure to be here and having the opportunity to explain kind of what we're doing and throw out
Absolutely, Chef. Well, thanks, man.
Our ideas that come to your palate. So Epicure for us is it's an experience at the end of the day.
It's a big experience. It's because the food we're doing, if you look at traditional restaurants you cost about $150. You're gonna get like an entree, a side, and a drink. Mm-hmm. You pay that same amount of price for us, you're getting 8 drinks, 8 different plates of food, and service that's right next to you. It's all I'm doing is for you. It's only those 20 people, those 30 people. That's all I'm focusing on. I'm not focusing on the 200, the 300 tomorrow. I'm focusing on the 20 that we have right here.
So. Right. So if I could encapsulate it for you guys, basically it's a gourmet experience, but also it's stretched out into 8, 10, 12 courses to where you experience flavor from top to bottom, every corner of your palate, basically. Yeah. And it's thought out recipes that are prepped days and months ahead, and basically all the passion is in the flavor, but you can see it in the plate first. You know what I mean? You eat with your eyes before you eat with your mouth, right? And thank you for letting me be part of Volume 1, guys. So that's basically where I come into play is that I've worked at Lola Rose. We've had Chef Oscar, Chef Marco Olivares here on the show. So we've networked, we get to know each other. We see each other around town. We follow each other on IG. We, kind of big up each other on, when we're doing plates, when we're doing stupid shit in the walk-in or whatever's going on. We're just kind of helping each other network and kind of get to know each other. And then we have ideas, you know what I mean? And long story short, me and Brendan were talking in a long drive home from a catering, and he's like, dude, I have this idea, I'm gonna do this. I'm like, wow, that's interesting, man, like go for it, dude. And he wasn't asking me for anything. He was ready to just fucking explode like a fucking rocket, dude.
That's when I was like in my head every day. I didn't know how I was gonna get it out or how I was gonna do it.
Man, so that's what I say. Thanks for inviting me to help you out. Like that volume 1 was something else. Like I had hands for you, like I was helping doing it, but it was more of like an experience for me to watch somebody put his ideas on a plate, his passion on a plate. You guys were like teaming up, and you're kind of an eccentric person. You're kind of an eccentric person that like, man, you got to bottle this guy up. He's like a shotgun, right? He's going to make a big fucking mess, but he's going to take care of the job, bro. You know what I mean? It's going to be fucking taken care of 100%, right? But you're able to not bottle it up, but team up, be the yin and yang, and able to execute these dinners that are, fantastic. From my point of view, I know we always have bumps in the road. I'm sure you're not 100% perfect yet or whatever you guys.
No, there's always room to be better. Yeah, it's 1%.
And I think you're a great, that's Mamba mentality. We always want to do that. I definitely take what you're saying, seriously too. When every time I leave, I want to get better at something, whether it's timing or plating. I could have put an extra dot on that.
We had like big conversations about
good, and being a team is so fucking important, man. Let me tell you, just recently, Chef Anthony has been interning, and now he's my kind of like my sous chef now for the personal chef work. And seriously, it's cool to bounce ideas out somebody who's like-minded. You know what I mean? And be like, is is this real in my? And he's like, yeah, chef, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, it's real. Let's try to do that. Let's see what's up. So, being a team, being a partner, and being in business together is something else, man. And cherish that, because it's not easy to do, man. Like,
no, finding the right people is hard.
Absolutely, man. So how did it actually come together? Like I know you had the idea in your head, like you wanted to put
I feel like every
fancy,
chef,
Michelin star plates together.
Every chef's like, I want to do it.
Yeah.
But
well, really funny because, like you said, every chef kind of wants to get out there, throw their names out there, and that's kind of what we just decided on. One morning, I called Brendan and let's do a dinner, and so it took time, it took months,
About 2 months.
Just to even find a name. It took us.
No, it was like a month and a half. August, September, October.
Yeah,
it was like a month and a half.
Just to
pushed it back. Idea like wrapped up.
Exactly.
And we had to push it back 2 weeks. Actually, I remember our first dinner was supposed to happen 2 weeks earlier.
And just for our first dinner, it was all about just having close family, close friends. Let's see what can happen.
Yeah. We did cheap too.
As just a tiny little background though, like you were kind of a lead chef over at Lola Rose.
Oh, I was in the ranks.
You were in the ranks, and then you worked there as well.
Yeah, I did. That's kind of where I found my love for something more. So Lola brought that spark out of me, just because I was really pushed.
His first day was an event.
my first day was a coursed out dinner, and so I was kind of just watching everyone. Everyone was in their zone.
Chef Brendan's been on the show. He told us about his background. So like, being that was your first day, what was your cooking background? From that point, what have you delved into before that time?
So I started at a coffee shop. I started out as a barista, and so that was like a brand new world of
coffee mixologist.
Yeah, exactly. And so I learned as much as I could about coffee. Where it came from, how long it took to get picked to your cup of coffee, like that.
Where was this at?
210.
210. So they gave you a little passion into what you were doing, rather than
for
just
sure.
saying, do this now quick,
For definitely. Every day was a challenge because I was I believe 17. I was 17. Coffee to me was just black.
Yeah, right. Coffee, and that was just a job for you right then?
Yeah, exactly. I told the manager there, like, I just need a job. I'm on the swim team.
I like that, man. That's where the spark happens, man. When you're just kind of
just something small, little by little. I took the reins of learning more about where this coffee's coming from, what these blends are, what time and weight can do to the taste of the coffee.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so I did that for about 4 years, and I eventually ended up doing like their warehouse logistics and delivery. So I really got a great aspect of learning, this is just
business,
a
coffee.
Yeah, exactly. The business
coffee itself though too.
This is just coffee, but it runs a society, and people are relying on this.
Oh yeah,
heavily.
And then you combine food with it, and then you have like a
So the way 210 started was just a corner spot, and big shout out to 210.
I was just gonna say for sure.
These started as just a corner spot, and eventually built their way up to having a kitchen, nice little brunch.
Yeah.
And so along the lines, I go up to my manager and I say, I want to be in the kitchen, like. That looks where I want to be, and so I did. So at the age of 19, which was about 3 years later, I ended up running a kitchen by myself, and so
like a kitchen manager type, like were you ordering and stuff like that?
Yeah. So I was doing it with someone else, and we both.
That's good experience though, regardless if it's small or big.
You have more experience in that than I do.
Yeah, for sure. And so. For something so small with like a brand new menu, it was really, really new to me, and so I loved it. Telling 30-year-olds how to do their job, and I'm 19, like, and it's like
you're running it though. Like when you know it front to back, and you run it. I mean, some people just want to follow the lead.
Yeah, of course, and that's what it's all about. It's just keeping an attitude. Is it doesn't matter what your age is.
So at 19, and that's the thing that blows my mind about you guys. Honestly, you're young, man, but you learn passion, you learn leadership, you learn these skills so young, and then you're able to like go out there rather than like, oh fuck, I make a good paycheck. Weekends, I can't wait to tear it up. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a big part of it is passion.
Hard,
because let's say I'm not gonna make any money with this job. For example,
we didn't for a long time. That's what we don't realize.
Because I mean, there's a chef culture. Like I guess coming from 210, I mean, it's not necessarily like when you got to Lola. I'm sure you saw that chef culture.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So I went from 210 to this brunch spot, and that brunch spot, taught me these things that are wrong, these things that are right. And so, you know, I kind of took that with me and like, no, I still wanted more. I wanted more. And the funny thing is that
that brunch spot was where? Right across the street.
It was a little nearby where I would see all the people from Lola, and so I would see them outside. You know, I would see Chef Marco outside. At the time, I didn't know him, but I would see him.
You saw it with chef coats and everything.
Yeah. You know, those guys look official. You know,
like, you'd be like, oh, those guys are getting yelled at right now. That's crazy.
And so
they were just on a smoke break
for days and days. I would just, you know, I would see them out there, and I'd be like, well, what are they doing?
He used to park his car. Because I knew of him, not knew of him, but I saw him walking all the time. He used to park his car like right in front of Lola, and he'd walk to work, and we'd all be outside smoking or drinking our coffee, bullshitting or whatnot, and he just
so
right
you drink coffee like this?
I do. Yeah, I'm white, so I gotta
like a cappuccino.
We had the tiny cups too.
Nice.
So it was just me seeing like, oh my god, these dudes, like, you know, they put on their uniform, they have their pens, they have their, you know, they look like they're ready.
Had one of those aha moments of like, what's going on over there?
So I did my time, you know, doing that brunch spot, and then I pulled the trigger on like, all right, I talked to the people at Lola, and I was like, you know what, I'm coming from here. This is what I want to do. And it was a pretty big step. You know, it's not what I was expecting, but at the same time, it was more, but not enough.
So let me ask you, what was your family saying about your move at that point? Just because I don't know if you're a family person, but I bet you like your mom and dad saw you like what you were doing, putting in work at 210, and like, oh man.
Yeah, well, a big thing is they for sure noticed the stress, you know, the tiredness.
As you transition to
the late nights, you know, you said you'd be out at this time, but you're not, and well, that's the sacrifice that goes into this.
We ended service that time, but we still had to clean the kitchen, right?
And then somebody was feeling extra springy that day, so we had to clean the walk-in. So that took another 3 hours.
At the end of the night, right? Shoot.
There's been days where it was like, all right, guys, we're almost done. No, today we're gonna do this, and we're just
deep clean on the floor. Right?
No, not even that. The floors, you saw the floors where we had a hose, and we had like
that made it so easier.
Yeah, it was more just like we're taking all this down, and just like.
Yes.
Yeah, but I remember my
1 a.m.
So then let's fast forward then to that first day then.
So I remember just meeting everyone. I felt like I was, you know, well, I knew my stuff, right? Is what I was telling myself.
As far as like business and coffee,
well, you know, like
you've been taught leadership and
he's worked in a kitchen.
Worked in a kitchen.
Not even that, just the, you know, the basics. Like, you know, I'll make you an egg. I'll drop this. I'll pass you this. Yes, and so just seeing everyone work was really exciting, and so I wanted to throw myself out there, which was the biggest challenge.
What station did you start?
So I started Garde Manger and
cold.
It's pizza oven,
yeah. And you know, funny you mentioned that is Marco. If you're watching this, I highly thank you for all the times you corrected me. It's made me who I am. But there was some times where.
A lot of correcting.
Where the pressure, the pressure for a pizza was real.
Sure,
it's like, you know,
working wood's different. You got
for sure.
It's different thing in the back of your mind.
It's a skill, for sure.
You know, I would have some food come back to me and like, this isn't perfect, and it's like, yeah, you're right, it's not, and I'd get frustrated, like, I'm not perfect, and it's so it's just about, you know, like, don't take it personal. This person that sent it back is for a reason.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it back better.
Did you in that moment you collected yourself, or somebody helped you?
No, for sure. It was all. I never took any like correction personal. And that's
hard to do. I've been there like, fuck this
big
guy.
Part of this game is, you know. Even that. It's, you know, it's about what we want to give to the people outside, you know, so it doesn't matter how you're feeling. If you're having a bad day,
hey, shout out Chef Marco, because I did learn those things, man. So from him, I always had him in my mind, but I always saw the hostility. So I was like, oh, that's how you act. But when I worked with Chef Marco, I realized, no, it's just more of a calm, respectful, you know, demeanor.
And again, that's where the passion comes in, because you know,
of course, and
if you don't
exploit your passion,
if you don't have that passion, it's like, oh my god, this man is yelling at me because I did my job.
Sure, yeah, definitely, absolutely.
But it's way more than that, and so it's
For me, it would have took like overnight. I'd be like, actually, he wants me to be perfect. I don't know. Okay, Mamba mentality. You know, I always go back to that. Yeah, seriously. Okay, because like I remember like taking things personal. like even the waiters come back. Sorry, the customer said this is not right. I'm like, bitch, that's fucking perfect. What do you mean it's not right?
It's a medium steak.
Yeah, exactly. So I just got to realize like I have to please the customer. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what.
Some people don't know shit. Some people don't know what a medium does.
I can't make it more raw, but I mean, I could try to help them. Just let me know what I can do. You know what I'm saying?
Some people they expect something, but when they do get that something, like, they just don't know.
Yeah. So
I never hold those setbacks accountable to the fact of who you are as a chef. Like, yeah, you're only as good as your last plate, but where are you cooking? Who are you cooking for?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we have to keep our feet grounded. You know what I mean? Be like sometimes like plates go out easy. You're like fuck, throwing sauté, throwing expo your fucking food and shit. Like you're having a good day, but at the end of the day, you know, I look over to Fry. Are they going down or you know what I mean? Like timing, how's everybody else doing? How's the team doing and stuff like that? So, so you brought your toolbox in to Lolo Rose. Was it enough?
No, 100% no. I don't think I was ready for the dramatic change that I went from this brunch spot to this dinner spot. They did brunch, but I was working dinner, and so it was a game changer because you know don't touch the food with your hands, pass it to me on this plate. You know,
with your towel.
Yeah, exactly. Big thing. These super molecular things that just you do without even thinking about them. Now you have to think about them.
Sure, absolutely.
And so
make it a habit.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, bad habits die hard, and so that took time for me, and that was the challenge. Is that I made Chef upset because of this, and I'm still doing it, but it's I didn't mean to do it.
It's funny. There'd be times where like. Because I was next to him, I was on sauté. There'd be times where I'd run up behind him. I'd be like, too slow. Hurry up. How do you not have it done? Why are you still prepping?
So I was like, the chef next to me, the red knight going down. And I'm like, whoa, come on.
I'm always next to him. I'm like, hurry up.
Yeah,
why are you still doing that?
I'm looking down. I'm like,
you know, actually, but talking about that, I at Chili's, I was fry side. I had just moved back to El Paso, and I got the first job was Chili's fry side, and I'm like fucking banging it out, no problem. I go in drunk one day. I mean, I was fucking hammered, and I'm like,
that's hilarious.
I was there at work, 7 a.m. You know, doing my prep and ready.
He was a responsible drunk.
But my screen, bro, green, red. I'm just like dying. I'm like, I just need to go dead, right? Yeah. This manager comes back. His name is Chico. Shout out Chico. He owns Angry Out right now. He's part of the owners.
Wow.
He comes back there, he puts the apron on, he's like, Clay, you're good, man. Don't worry about it, let's do it, let's go, bro. He starts throwing baskets down, he's like, just get the plate, man, you got this, you know what I mean? Is that completely opposite of talking shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, you got this, man, let's get a rebel over there for Clay, you know what I mean? Like, it's the opposite of that, and that's when I learned in that moment, because I was always used to hostility, like, nah, I just gotta perform, man, I fucking suck, I just gotta perform, you know?
Yeah, I used to
in that moment, I was like, man, this guy's got my back, you know what I mean? I'm gonna fucking knock this out, I'll be fine, you know what I mean? Get some water or whatever, but I learned a different aspect of that time.
No, it's rough. I've had both. I've had like the let's go, and I've had
gamut, dude. Seriously,
and then I've had like both at the same place. Where like the CDC was dope, but the head chef was just a fucking cuck. Which I'm gonna say that because the guy in my mind is one. And,
but it's good to actually talk shit. You know what I mean? I'm sure he thought when he was talking shit, you were like, I'm gonna show you.
And you know what? For someone who has that passion, who has that fire, and it's not taking this little thing so personally, it's good.
The rocks,
like it's like okay. Bet. Bet you're challenging me.
Yeah. Let's do this. Big bet.
I flipped out on rocks.
We're gonna run. We're gonna run with it now.
I like that, dude.
I flipped out on rocks because like.
What do you mean?
It's like
you smoke rocks?
No, like just rocks.
Oh no, you know this.
I was like, what? Like I was telling him, the rocks. I don't smoke no more. That's how I had to be. But no, I had these rocks for the plate up that we're doing, and the shells and the rocks, but like. People weren't doing it the way I wanted it, and so I showed one person. I was like this, and then they were still doing it all scattered, and I was like, this is gonna take longer. Put the rocks, and then I had to go somewhere else and do something over here and whatnot. And then we had like a little powwow right before everything starts, and I'm like, George, what the fuck is going on with the fucking rocks? The rocks aren't going the way I want to. And for like 20 minutes, I was bitching about rocks.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but like because I kept going over and showing, and then I come back and it'd be different, and then like, we ran out of rocks, and I was like, well, we're in El Paso, go outside. Grab the rocks.
So that's part of Epicure too. Is the vision? Is it coming from like you guys take four courses, or you guys like tuck each plate out together?
It's really talk it out.
What's that?
It's really like we each create we each have a book that we create a bunch of shit in, and then we kind of just pick it out.
All right.
You know?
And then on the execution, you guys are learning and creating together and stuff like that. And
there's some stuff that we try.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of times, like. Some stuff we've both never done before, but we rely on our senses.
And what makes you go to the distance to that, to do those things that are like technical and really hard?
I think I can speak for I can speak for the both of us.
I want to be better than everyone else.
Speak on that a little bit. Why?
Okay, because like if I could be better, all right. So there's visual aspects of being better than someone, right? I'm not saying like it's all competition, all right? I'm cool with who I'm cool with, you know what I mean, and love the people in El Paso, but it's competition.
Oh yeah.
We all want to, like you said, we all want to put out the best fucking play.
Yeah.
We all want to be more innovative. We all want to be cooler. We want to prove to other people what techniques we can learn. And,
ego. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
the type of the guy that I like to look at everyone. I'm like, we're not doing this. I'm gonna do it
for sure.
And I'll speak for the both of us. It's for us, it's what no one else is doing.
Yeah.
And so
that's the biggest thing.
Yeah. It sells itself, you know.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, when I left the volume 1 and then helping you out with volume 2, I was like, I was on Amazon and like thinking like I need to buy 12 fucking molds. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's not my style. Like, what am I gonna just throw it on a fucking plate? Like, I gotta think about where I'm going
and that's
with
the
this.
Thing
You know what I mean?
Right. That's the thing with it. These garnishes, like even when it comes to micros, they have to be thought out to the taste and how much they add to the dish.
I mean, they're beautiful, but you can't just throw them on a plate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's why the ones that I do are always flavored. Like
definitely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So now I'm more okay. You showed me Granda app, right? And then so I started delving into those recipes. I punch in, I have eggplant. Let me try to find an eggplant recipe or radishes. What can I do with these fucking things and find recipes and stuff like that? I kind of like lost interest a little bit, but you're showing me a different aspect of like if you're on Granda to research the actual chef, and figure out which chef you like because they have the type of recipes you're looking for, the type of techniques,
or like they all do the same type of techniques but different flavors. Then you can kind of get like a 3 different aspects. Let's say you want to make like a beignet, but then you found a savory, a sweet, and then a colored one.
Man.
So you kind of see the 3 then you could compare and contrast those different recipes to figure out how to manipulate into whatever color, flavor, or whatever you want. So you kind of use that as like a starting tool.
Right. So, and like I was telling you, the one recipe that I got and I'm going to use again was a zabayon, but I used corn and it's natural starch, right?
Yeah, and the masses. It's the first.
And the flavor is it's sweet corn. Sweet corn, I was like amazed because it was on a fish, so a light sauce on a fish, but I was like, dude, I could do so much with this, you know what I mean, color wise and so many different things. So I mean, it gives you that technique, and then your mind goes, the art then the art comes in.
There's also something really cool called like food coloring, but natural food coloring, like extracting chlorophyll, extracting the got to go back into my culinary school days, the red thing, the red pigment, the white pigment. Forgot all the names.
So how are you doing like that? Like for instance,
for chlorophyll,
like for beets, I know like beets you can drop some color in.
You can use but those are like the natural like
make some pink
purple
boiled eggs or something.
Yeah, purple you could do it too with the
cabbage
cabbage. You know what I mean? There's ways of extracting that.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's why I loved working with you guys, dudes. Because like I have a specific way I cook. It's kind of like a traditional, classic, real 1, 2, 3. But it's still flavor. My number one thing is flavor. I've always been, and then I build on that. You guys are helping me like with garnishes and flavors and stuff like that. But it gives me more of a spark to like go deeper. You know what I'm saying? Like I have like say a three-dimensional mind. Like now I'm in the four-dimensional mind. I really feel that way. Seriously, from working with you guys, I'm like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna go in early tomorrow. I'm gonna figure out this one recipe. I'm gonna try this. You know what I mean? Like yesterday, I did rutabaga chips.
Nice.
And I skipped a step though. I didn't put salt on it before and extract the natural water out. You know what I mean? And it makes such a big difference. Dude, seriously, like, and I'm gonna do it again today and make it right. But it would have been perfect because I made a hot and sour mushroom soup, and I was thinking I'll just crack those in it instead of like, you know what I mean, kind of something different.
Sure.
I was ready to. It didn't work out though. Like you said, it sometimes doesn't work out what you have planned. But
there's some stuff that doesn't work out the day of the dinner because
that's probably the worst.
We can talk about that. Yeah,
but let's talk about the rush we get from that. Like, you know what I mean? And we're getting
let's talk about that, George. How is my rush when that happens?
Whatever.
Curveballs are here and there, without a doubt.
We lost our venue once, like 2 days before the.
You lost your what?
A venue 2
days
before. We
did. I think besides our first dinner,
damn, that'd be a
our first dinner was just perfect.
Easy. It was,
everything lined up.
It's perfect now because we've done 4 others, but there was its problems too.
It did have its problems.
Oysters?
2 hours before service, I'm running around El Paso just looking for oysters. So that was something we just couldn't plan out.
But imagine if you already had banging ass oysters, you wouldn't have a story to tell, though.
Right, exactly. So we have countless of those. But our first one, it was the oysters 2 hours before service. We didn't have any.
Yeah.
And so the stores were all out, and so so here I am, going store to store, Albertsons to Albertsons, no one, and so everything.
I might have got there maybe 2 hours before service. You guys were chill as a fucking cucumber, bro.
Yeah.
Well, remember I had to run and change because people started walking in.
But maybe you were absent-minded a little bit, but
yeah, right.
Maybe, but seriously, you guys were on point, dude. You guys had
it was
from volume 1.
We've learned a lot since then, but there's been a lot of different problems.
Sure. I definitely imagine so, bro.
We've gone up, and even the food,
the envelope that you guys are pushing, I wouldn't imagine it would be easy. And if it is easy, like. Tell me the secret, bro.
Then everyone would do it.
It's and it gets easy, but we always decide to make it hard on ourselves because for some reason we decide to do something
that's what we just want to do.
Yeah,
because
and people ask me like, why don't you do a different menu, or why don't you add a course? And I thought about adding a course, but it's like it can't just add a course. You got to really put your mind on the menu and then figure out, okay, where's it going though? Where's the palate going? Where's the flavor going? And stuff like that. And I haven't had time to do that. And if it's not broken, don't fix it, man. People I send sample menus and they're like, yeah, I can customize it though. I can do, if you saw it on TV, if you've been on vacation, I could recreate it. Yeah, they're like, no, we'll go with your sample menu. I'm like, all right, bet. You know what I mean?
Some people don't like
but when the recurring customer comes, I have some 3 or 4 different menus, you know what I mean? I have some tomahawks or whatever. But man, I see your guys' menu and I'm like, damn, this is fucking New York shit. This is Italian fucking it's prefix type menus,
the
bro.
menus are
French.
fun.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's dope. You guys are pushing the envelope, man, and that's why in El Paso, if you're interested in going to a dinner and spending, of course, you're going to spend $150 a person. So just know that invest that money into a month or whatever for a nice date, and it'll be a nice venue. These guys have the really El Paso kind of locked up as far as networking with chefs, so they're going to collaborate and have a nice venue for you. You sit down, have 8 to 10 courses of beautiful food, but not only beautiful, tasteful food, and then you're gonna leave with an experience. So they're talking about the experience of Epicure.
We have a chef. I'm gonna spoil it, but we have Chef Enrique Lozano. He had him on your
absolutely, man. Yeah, definitely. Been on Food Network. Absolutely, Chopped. Chopped.
So it's pretty cool. Yeah, we had a nice conversation. We were gonna do a cool dinner with him.
Hell yeah, man! And that's the thing about the chefs around town. They're open and honest and ready to collaborate. You know what I mean? Even Hands. You know what I mean? I used to think Hands or just. You know what I mean? I gotta hire this person, man. You know what? He's a badass chef. I need to hire him though. I don't have the money for this dinner.
Some people have asked for money though. I've been shocked actually by the people who've asked for money.
Well, I didn't honestly. I didn't really understand the concept. Marco, another one, is what basically let me understand, and he, hey, you got Hands for this fucking dinner? I didn't expect to get paid. What the fuck? You know what I mean? And then I understand the concept. Oh, okay, bet. Okay, you know what I mean?
You gotta learn.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because the experience of giving Hands to another chef is just gold, you know what I'm saying? You see someone else's style, someone else's insight on how they prep, how they make menus, why they put that on the menu, how they act when something curveball comes. That's gold, man. If you don't think that working for free is smart, if somebody told you, oh, never work for free, that's fucking false.
I've done 9-10 events just last year alone. I didn't get paid for a single one.
And 9 times out of 10, for instance, me, Chef Anthony, that's what when he first came to me, he's like, yo, what do you do? I was like, come with me on Monday, I'll show you exactly. You ask a million questions, I don't care. And he helped cook with me and stuff like that. I was like, damn, we got done an hour early, you know what I mean? I paid him some money, you know what I'm saying? Just because I felt like, damn, that was a good day.
Did some work,
you know what I mean? I didn't expect to, and then a couple days I didn't pay him, but after a while I was like, dude, you're badass. You understand the concept, you understand the time. Let's move on, and I'll start paying you. Boom, let's do it. You know what I mean? So that's an easy way to get in with somebody who has as an artist, who is somebody who has a vision. Tell them you'll work for free because you see their vision and believe in them. You know what I'm saying? Give them that belief and trust, and then you never know. You could actually either get a job eventually or get the experience to start your own.
Or even just have that connection in your back pocket. It's all about sacrifice. How much you're willing to sacrifice.
Yeah.
I'd like to piggyback on what you just said. So for some of our dinners, we've had some culinary students help us out.
Right.
And some of them actually have their own thing going on, on their side. And so it was an opportunity for them to... Oh, so we did this dinner at my mom's house. Big shout out to my mom. Love you, Mom.
Yeah, that house is beautiful. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you hit your head on it. Got to get insurance for that, huh?
Oh, yeah.
When you the oven?
Yeah, you smacked his head on the oven.
Yeah, just so you guys know, I mean, shout out to your mom, but the house is beautiful. It's just a little bit low on the fan because I was doing something, I turned and then boom. I thought it was incognito. I thought nobody knew. Like I'm just like doing my thing, but I'm there with.
No, we just see Chef with a nice little bump.
I was like, what happened to your head? And you're like, nothing. I was like, are you sure, bro? Because it didn't look like that.
He's taking some food home. You know?
Yeah.
Because I took like 15, 20 seconds over there, and I was crying in the corner, and I figured like it was gone. Like
no, I smacked my eye too on that. It's painful.
It's just right there, dude.
But
if you're 6'1", it's right there, bro.
It was a really cool opportunity for some of the students, that want to graduate culinary. And not work in a restaurant.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You're not always gonna have deep sinks. You're not gonna have so much space to work.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have the nicest stove. Sometimes you're gonna be working.
Pots.
Yeah.
But then at the end of the night, they see the product that you put out, and they're like, "Holy fuck!"
Yeah, and luckily, my mom did have all those things.
Right.
But it was a chance to like kind of pull them away from just the typical kitchen.
I know they like those kids. They work with like a Thermomix and rationales. And I was baking macaroons in a conventional home owned.
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. Right. That's experience. Seriously, when I was in culinary school, like I was like seriously, like I was just there because my family told me, "Hey man, you have a passion for food. You should go to culinary school." I'm like, "Okay, sure." So there I am, like just da. But I used to actually pass by and I signed my name up for like volunteer work.
Yeah.
And this one chef would take me on catering trips, man, and he'd show me like how he makes the deal, how he actually would set up and like help me cook and prep and then take the food. That's gold, man. That's what stayed in. Like I wasn't like, I want to be a caterer right then, but it's like I got that experience and I knew the movements. You know what I mean? Like you showed them the movements.
That's
like,
how it is.
It's not just walking ABC to a kitchen and working for a chef.
Right.
It's another deep. It's through Z. You could do. So
it's walking things. Half a mile in between the kitchen to the venue in the middle of Las Cruces.
Oh man, dude, that was an experience too, man. That was fun, dude. Seriously, that wedding was how many 200 people?
200 something.
Man, I don't ever take 200. I've done 100.
He helped with that prep. Remember, I did come in.
Yeah.
Like fucking
so
midnight.
Funny enough, I finished my 9-hour shift at Lola, and he calls me like, what was it, like 11? He's like, hey, I'm at my restaurant. Do you want to come and help me prep? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So we pull up, restaurant's already closed, and it's just us. We're having a few cold ones in the back, just making some sauces.
That's what's
up.
Throwing
it's the day that I stabbed my finger.
Oh yeah, in the airline, doing the airlines. You did 100 though, bro.
I did 4 cases. Yeah.
Jesus, that's fucking work, man. And then you did. There was so much. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've done 100, and I always take. You want to do 100? Let's make a menu. Let's make sure that it's set, so I know what I have to do, and I have time. But you did. Walked into that 200 like I got this, we'll fucking
I didn't know. I didn't have a plan. I had a plan. I am just
walking in for hands. You like, you got hands? I got hands, bro. Let's do something. And I did a couple. I did a couple like cherry on top things. You like, hey, cut this and cut that. I did that. I'm like, that's it. You got everything.
Yeah.
And then we went and you knocked out 200, man. That was fucking amazing, bro. The food was phenomenal, bro. I learned a lot about meat glue. I learned the airline chicken that I could do that actually.
Yeah.
Because I thought that was like a nice thing for 4 people. You know what I mean? Like, let's make a nice fancy airline, you know what I mean? Like, sauce. You did it for 200, bro. Like, this motherfucker. It was nice, bro. It was cool. And to see, like, maybe you didn't have the most experienced banquet style, but, like,
that was my first event
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you had the vision of, like, fuck it, it's gonna make. Even if if Clayton, you weren't here, we would fucking make it to the fucking plate. Yeah. But thanks for the fucking direction. And I was like, God damn, this is fucking badass. It's cool, man, to be around chefs or a young blood that's ready to just dive in, bro. You guys are not scared of nothing. You guys are like really ready to like put something nice out for people. And it's not about like you say ego, but like what you're doing for people is really big, man. Seriously, that I'm sure they have a great experience. What I was telling you before is that I've been working 5 years talking to kind of like, I want to say like West Siders, but like my
your clientele,
my clientele base, it's a little bit higher than normal dinners. Like you spend probably 100, maybe 200 on 4 people. Mm-hmm. For me, you're gonna spend a little bit like 300-400, right? Yeah. So my clientele just kind of moved toward the West Side, and some people I met were like, damn, these guys got some fucking nice houses. And I've been working 5 years, like I said, but from your dinners, I see from their pictures on their Instagram what you guys are doing.
I still think it's crazy.
I think it's awesome, man. I think you guys are really like putting your feelers out. You're networking the right way, and it's quick. You're doing it in a quick fashion too.
The greatest thing is that thank you to everyone who has come to our dinners. That's the whole reason we're still going.
Yeah. You guys book through Eventbrite, right?
Yeah, we use Eventbrite's our
that's what's on your IG page.
Yeah, that's the website. Yeah, but there's a bunch of little rules that go into it, taking money and for on the online.
So let's say like somebody's interested in doing the next dinner. Like, what would be the next step for them?
They go on the website and they sign up for the website, but then they'll get a different link to pay and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
but they get
right now, if somebody's like, "Fuck, well, how do I find their next dinner?" I want to go to
our links on our Instagram page, and then you'll get asked if you have any allergies or restrictions, something you can't eat, whatever. It's just something we got to know. We'll know it, and no cooks are allowed. No cooks allowed. No cooks.
What do you mean?
Cooks. No cooks.
This guy was his cook word. I'm just playing. But that's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
They're definitely not allowed. They have to get GTFO. Not buddy.
So I want to sit down at the dinners. You've had them during the week though, right?
No, we've only had one.
So I don't have no excuse for not sitting down.
Yeah, because I know you're off on Saturdays.
Yeah, I am off on Saturdays, man. And if the next one's on a Saturday, let me try to book a dinner for you guys, man.
We'll have a seat for you, chef.
Yeah, seriously, that's badass, man. Seriously, different perspective. I've helped you guys out. I've seen it through my
our IG
page.
Our photographer recently did that too. She asked, she was like, "Can I just like eat at this one?" And I was like, "Yeah."
I was like, I'm tired of taking photos of y'all. Fuck that shit.
She was like, "Fuck, I'm hungry." And I was like, "All right, bet." I got
yeah, dude. Yeah.
So I got her and her mom.
When I met the what was it? It was crusted ball that you had on the first.
The croquette.
Fuck, that croquette was good, dude.
Yeah. We're doing a similar version on
it was
the
so hearty too. That little thing was fucking good, bro.
It's a duck right there, buddy.
Was it?
It's a duck.
Like confit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was good, man.
I have a new like
herbs.
Like even that, I have a new technique with that.
Do you?
Yeah, like
make it more dense or lighter?
It's just smoother.
Smoother, cleaner.
Like that.
Like baby
you sent me a video. Was it kind of like nice? I like that, man, because I don't have like the capacity to try that. Like at my house, I'll let me fucking get some pot of oil.
Well, my thing about it is like service wise. So those balls would have to be prepped and frozen, and then that batter would have to be made. But they'd have to like, you can't just like batter them up and then set them to the side. No, that's a batter and then fry. You know what I mean? And that's not like a fry in the fryer. That's a fry and on the stovetop, a separate at a temperature that's only at 180 because it has to be at a certain temperature. So the fryer's at 350. You know what I mean? So that's a little more technique and attention to detail and more training that has to go from me to like the
for sure.
But
I used to be like, see a recipe and I'm like, damn, that's a badass fucking recipe, and it would be like in milliliters and fucking grams. I was like, fuck this recipe. I was like, but now I fucking like delve into it, bro. You guys are fucking pretty badass, man. You guys are opening up my horizons on what I want to do and how I want to do it, bro. It's funny.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, seriously, man.
That means a lot to us. You know?
Cause like it's funny, like you set in your ways. You're like, I got this, man. I'm fucking going 1,000 miles an hour, and it's not about how fast you're going. It's more about like the quality of your art, because you can always put more into your art. Honestly, like
and I have
always put more into your art. You know
I have second thoughts about every dish.
Do you? I mean, I think we all do it as an artist. That's what it is. Like you're like hesitant to kind of like.
Like I don't think there's been one dinner when I was like, wow, that food looked great.
Yeah,
like,
there's just something about staring at something for so long.
Yeah, especially when I get the pictures, I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
So that just makes you work harder. I mean, like seriously, like figure out how to make.
And I change. I do the changes based on what I want, like the texture, the way it looked, the color, taste, the way I did it, how long it took me to do it. Like all that comes into play, and I'll use it in a different recipe. But I don't like to copy the exact same thing though.
Nah.
You know what I mean? So like a lot of the purees that we do, like I've used caramelized. Like you see me do a caramelized onion puree. Well, now the one like it took 6 months, but the one I have now is fucking without amazing. Like it's.
What are you pairing that with?
That goes with our chicken croquette. So the exact same thing on my first menu.
It's all good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you want to put flavor
fried.
out, you want to put your best art out, your best flavors and stuff like that.
People like fried food too. That's the biggest things.
Honestly, like they have sushi and they have to make like fried sushi for people too.
They fry ice cream.
I think in Japan they're like, what the fuck, fried sushi? Like, what the fuck is that?
Why you put the fucking fish in there? Yeah,
that's crazy. But I don't know.
For
that's
the
all
Americans,
good, man. It's all about flavor though. It's all about flavor.
It's not in Japan.
South Korea.
Korea was what
South
it was.
Korea, not Japan.
So Chef George, you from El Paso?
I'm from here. Yeah, born and raised.
Yeah, this gentleman has been around the whole country, I guess. A little bit.
My dad was an interesting guy.
Yeah. Did you know that about him?
Yeah. He knows things.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I thought you were like, really?
Oh yeah. We've put some things on the table.
Yeah, nice. He knows the things. Yeah.
So, what school did you go to?
So I graduated from Coronado. I actually went to Franklin for 4 years. Just ended up graduating from Coronado. But Westside was it's where I'm from. You know?
Okay, bet, dude.
Opposite.
So when you graduated, did you have a path? Were you like, I'm gonna go to college?
Yeah, I did actually. So I did some college, and then my plan was to join the Air Force.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You wanted to fly planes?
Actually, I just wanted to be a cop and have really cool gear.
What the fuck? That's dope, dude.
Yeah. I want to be a badass motherfucker. So.
Yeah. And so, I was in the process. I was ready to go, but I had some medical problems. So that kind of set it back. But, I'm thankful for everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, I could have gotten sad that, my dream job was not there for me. And so what I actually ended up doing was, I went to go find something for myself is, I'm good at this. This actually doesn't feel like work. I'm happy doing it. Yeah.
And don't play it down. He has a degree. Like, he didn't go to just do some school. Like, he has a degree. Like,
well, yeah. But at the end of the day, it was, I didn't get my dream job, so I'm gonna build my dream job, and that's kind of what we're doing. We're still in the.
What did you go to school for?
Business management.
Okay.
Yeah, so not culinary related.
No.
But I just ended up.
No, but that's still like you could get. There's a degree.
I got my culinary degree and then went back to get my business.
That's yeah.
I thought oh fuck, I need to know payroll, I need to know taxes, I need to fucking get my mind right to open up a restaurant.
That's your 2
And then when I graduated, I was like, I'm not opening up a goddamn restaurant. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I gotta be stupid. You gotta be crazy.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
And right now, Epicure is it's our baby.
Yeah.
It's a little baby. It's still developing, and so
like
the fact that
so as you sorry, I apologize.
I had to go through all this just to find something that genuinely makes me happy. That it doesn't feel like work. Yeah, I wake up at 4 a.m, but I get to do what I want. I get to cook.
Yeah,
and that's how most people do it. They try something and they don't like it, and they're like, "Oh, let's put myself on my feet for 12 hours."
Yeah, man.
Get screamed at by a crazy guy.
That's the thing, though. Like, I mean, I came from that too because I was chefing it up, doing a lot of fucking work and getting experience. I'm like waiting to get that best job, good job, more money, and I just kept hitting the ceiling. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I even bartend, I even fucking served to try to get full schedules. Like, why isn't this not working for me? I got a job at Costco. I was making double the amount as a chef.
That's how you got introduced to Marco, right? Was Marco's sister at Costco?
His sister, yeah. His sister used to be like, my seriously, this is the truth. Shit, I'd be like, fuck, I need to get the fuck out of here. I hate this fucking job. Like, I fucking hate this. I'm not a corporate person every single day. And she'd be like, my brother's a chef, and I'd be like, I don't give a fuck if your brother's a chef. Cool. Like, I don't give a fuck. And then, like, but I would be like nice. You know what I mean? She's a really nice person, so I would be nice and like, that's cool. And I even saw, she's like, check it out. He had the bus at the time. He was doing the food truck for the bus. I was like, cool, man. Like, and I even like sparked an idea in 2012. I did a food truck with another chef.
So 2012.
Yeah, I know, right? But when I finally actually put it in Marco in his name in
fourth grade.
Google, and I fucking saw what he could do. I graduated culinary school in 2004.
I was one. I was 1 year old.
I was three.
Yeah, I was cooking it up. Y'all didn't even
so funny.
Yeah, right? What
exactly,
the fuck?
Couldn't even stand up yet.
That's what's up, though. So, like, you actually, I'm asking you questions as Epicure now because you were on the show before, but I'm asking you guys as a duo. You know what I mean? So, like, as you come up and you guys are, holding the reins and wearing that chef coat. Let me ask you guys, what inspires you as men?
That's a really good question.
My kids.
Yeah.
For me, at least, yeah. My daughter, really. My daughter and my son.
Every time you make those menus for Epicure.
Yeah, well, I like to play it off. Like, the way I like to think of menus is, some people do, like, seasonality. Like, I take seasonality into accord because that all accompanies money. You're going to...
Seasonality with accord?
Well, no, I always think of it, but my menus aren't more deprived on seasonality. It's more based on my life in a way. Like, color concepts of color theory, and then just like really bold gestures.
Do you ever tell your audience that, dude? I mean, that's fucking badass.
I've explained some of it.
I
explained it's more dark than badass. Some of the dishes I was like, I used to eat this when my dad was not such a nice person. You know what I mean? So like some of it's a little deep.
Yeah.
Like I told him about them. Like for example, we did Uncrustable on the second one. It was a tartlet, peanut butter and jelly tartlet, peanut butter foam, a jelly disc, and then a jelly sphere. And they're like, because I used to only eat this all the time. Well, that's because that's really all that I did eat. It's because life sucked.
That's all it was. Oh, shit. But this is like 5-star fucking all you used to eat.
Yeah,
so now you brought it back.
Food memory is a big part of what I think of for sure. When it comes to
as far as your aspect of inspiration.
I don't know him though. Yeah, what's you? How do you think of food?
Me's a really big one. My partner, my girlfriend, she's a big part of my life. She's she's the one that has to deal with me after my 13-hour shift of just hustling it.
There you go.
And absolutely. Every dinner that we do, there, of course, like we said, there's these challenges, but these challenges, they put some weight on our chest for sure, without a doubt. they bring out, you know, these sides of us that isn't us all the time, but it's like, you know, it's just it's part of it. It's part of it. So that really pushes me.
I learned a lot about myself that night.
Yeah,
we all do all the time. You know,
they talk about like comedians, like, oh man, why did all those comedians end up like killing themselves or OD and stuff like that? I'm like, and they're like, oh, because they're so like, you know, into life, and they have this, you know, aspect of life that nobody knows.
Yeah, there's a lot of weight.
And I think that's just artists in general. You know, what I mean? Like, we delve in and we really like go into our minds to bring this stuff out.
And the scariest thing,
like, you know what I mean, the thoughts that we have to put them, you know, into reality. It's crazy.
And you're putting a part of yourself out there.
Exactly, dude.
There's always going to be someone that says something. Like
and me, I go see, and that's what I'm saying. So like, yeah, definitely shout out to your lady, because it takes a lot to be a partner with the chef. You know what I mean? Like to actual chef cook. I mean, you're getting by, you're paying your bills. But if you're a chef, you're inspired, you're passionate, and you come home with some crazy, you know, crease in your back, and
you know, it's not just a job. It's really a lifestyle. You know?
Sacrifice.
Yeah. Sometimes when I get home and I'm nobody's in the house, I'm like, thank God no one has to deal with me right now.
I know. I get home and it's like everyone's sleeping because of my mom right now. And I'm just like, wow, my brother would not like me right now. I'm like, he'll leave a cabinet door open. And I was like, this motherfucker left it. It's 1 a.m. and I'm fucking getting pissed off about a cabinet in front of me being open.
Right? Yeah, thank God no one's there.
Decompression is a big thing that has to go into this industry. Is decompressing.
The hours and then the actual, you know, everything that you're putting
your
yourself.
Body hurts, man.
Feet be hurting. You're doing like 500 little things like every day, and so you come home and you sit down and you're like,
and that's just
I need to do something. Like I can't sit down.
The mental exhaustion as well.
I say that's just the physical right there, but the mental is the wanting to do more. Like not feeling like you're doing enough. Because at work, I'll be honest, every place I've worked at, even the higher end places, I've never felt like I could do the whole prep list, whatever. I could work my ass off and serve. I feel like I've never done enough because there is more.
There's always
a bigger fish.
There's always more.
Yeah.
That's good though. Some people don't have that attitude though. They're like, just enough, thanks.
Like, I'm done. Thank you. No.
8 hours. All right, guys. I'm out of here.
Yeah, no, that's a fucking badass attitude, man. There was a long time. I remember at Costco, for instance, I used to work 5 hours, feel like that was a full day, and even want to go home early. I'd be like, can I go home early? Like, what the fuck, bro?
It wasn't something you wanted to do though.
Yeah, it was so
the passion's like even at the restaurant that we're opening now, it's like I'll be there till like 1-2 a.m. just working on a dish. Just
I know, I feel you, man. I felt when I had the opportunity and I was on the brink of being like an exec, bro. I just thought about all the work that I was like, God,
I'm gonna work so much.
I'm gonna be here. Like I'm gonna be here. This will be my home.
Wow.
Like, oh my God,
I'm gonna work 80 hours this week.
And I was like,
it's
no,
gonna be so much fun.
I was like, no. Instead of that number, this is the fucking number I want. You know what I mean? And I'm not budging on that shit. Let me ask you guys: do you believe in fate, or do you believe that you control your own destiny?
You go first.
You control that shit.
Yeah.
Every decision you make.
Yeah.
I
don't think this was in the books like for us. You know?
We had to do stuff to get here.
I think you know, we got out.
You don't think it was in the books?
Like in light of life, like it wasn't gonna happen.
You don't think so?
I don't think this was destined for us.
I like that. I like that.
And I'll say that
you manifested it.
Yeah, and I'll say it wasn't meant for us because it's too hard. It's too imperfect. You know.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to be, but it
itches that itch.
We stepped outside
your way into it,
we got out our comfort zone and we just did it. We made it happen, and here we are.
Spent a lot of money too.
Yeah,
that's a big.
Yeah, I can see the smile. Honestly, when you guys finished the dinner, I could see the smile on you guys' face. You're like, fuck. It was like if I could explain it, it was like a fuck, I did it, but like fuck, I did it.
It was more of like finally.
That's what I'm saying. It was like fuck, I did it, but like
we're done.
And then it was like for 1 second, and then it was like fuck, I got work tomorrow.
Yeah, in a way, but I mean,
it's like fuck, I got to go to this other job.
So we did our thing on top of having our
full-time job.
Day-to-day job. So we had to manage our time very precisely.
So being that you were going through like that kind of struggle, how do you translate that struggle to like everyday life? Those kind of struggles.
It's organization. At the end of the day, it's organization. It's also know what you want. Like really think about what you want and fucking produce what you want.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good advice, dude.
I'd say it's about living and learning and actually learning.
There you go.
Because you can go through something and be okay with it, but did you learn something is the real question.
A horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
I think you're a big one on that. Yeah, you can because you don't the guy like this doesn't have a lot of time, so he'll teach you once. But if you're fucking doing it fucked up, he's like.
Actually, I am. We're both. He's like that too, though, because he wanted to get rid of somebody before I did. He was the one canceling people out. He's quiet,
but he fucking knows what he wants.
Because that's he's like, that guy sucks, huh? I'm like, you're right, he does suck. Yeah.
That's what's up, dude. That's what's up, man. I like that shit.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Did you both answer that one? Yeah. Okay. What's an experience you would like to live over again?
Culinary school.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah. Just do more.
Me too. Yeah. Same.
I don't know. That one goes deep for me because I've kind of.
He's done a lot.
Yeah, you travel a lot, man. That's fucking
I've
badass.
kind of been through it.
He's older than me too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just 2 years.
That's a lot.
2 years.
That's my daughter.
2 years. I don't know. I would want to. Obviously, we always say that I wish I could start over, do it differently. But no, I think I'm good.
Start this earlier. Huh?
You're good.
I'm good the way things are. Obviously, I wish things.
And I'm not talking about regrets. So it's
like
kind of a different side of
yeah.
the question. You know what I mean? It's like
I
something
think
you'd like to live over again.
It's such a fun time. You're like, that'd be fun to do.
Yeah, for sure. My time in Korea with my girlfriend was a spectacular time. Just trying.
How long did you get to spend over there?
We were there for some months.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I was like, a week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks?
Wow, you were there for 7 days? That's crazy.
No,
22 days.
She was an English teacher there, and I was doing door-to-door sales.
Wow.
So I had an opportunity.
Experience, man.
Yeah, so I had an opportunity to, cross the ocean and go spend time with her. And
that plane is scary.
And so that was
I bet,
that was really great for both of us because we tried different foods. We kind of traveled all of South Korea for a really small amount of money, and so it was awesome. I gained so much weight. I was working out. I had a gym membership in South Korea.
Ripped. I saw pictures, bro. It's total transformation.
Yeah. No, I mean, this industry will change you a little bit. But,
that's good, though.
It's all about
different food. That's what it is. He was on a different diet.
That too. Their food's super
not as much
organic,
sodium.
not
fatty.
Yeah. No, it's not as much sodium.
Oh, more organic. Less preservatives. Everything's really coming from.
And the fashion is high fashion over there, right?
Yeah, dude. Yoko downtown, people look good.
Yeah, they dress
like someone showered,
tees and shit like that. Yeah, all that Gucci and fucking high fashion shit. That's cool.
Balenciaga,
I like that.
weird stuff.
Yeah,
and then I'm sure you eat some good food then too,
dude. Yeah, I gained weight. I was.
What was like the main thing that you remember, flavor wise?
Oh my god. So my girlfriend had this a super small apartment, and right next to it there was this place that had I can't remember the name of it, but it was this bowl with like a thick chewy rice cake, and it had like sausage and sauce, and it was just the best thing. We found it here in the city in El Paso, and there's no way.
Yeah.
And so that's something I unless I'm back over there, I'm not gonna find here. So I would love to relive that. For sure.
That's a food memory right there, just saying.
Yeah.
Did you? What about you? What would you want to? As far as like Epicure, is there a moment in Epicure?
I think our first dinner.
Not to try to do it over again, but like a moment that you'd like. Maybe just a first dinner.
The third one.
The third one.
Yeah.
Why?
Food.
It was cool.
Yeah,
it was cool.
There's
good menu. You like the menu?
Yeah, execution. I just redo the execution. That's not a regret. That's
not a regret. That's what I'm saying. Live over again. Yeah.
We could definitely do it better.
Be a fly on the wall. See what you could do better.
Yeah,
for sure.
We've learned a lot on that one. I feel like that menu could come out.
So you guys, as far as like making these dinners happen, it takes a lot of work, man. So what does entrepreneurship mean to you guys?
Waking up, getting things done.
Oh damn! Here you go.
If you don't do it, someone else is gonna do it. And someone else's name is going to be on it.
Oh damn!
So it's
And then if that person's name on it, be better than them.
yeah, exactly. If they already beat you to it, beat them again.
My entrepreneurship is sacrifice. How much are you willing to sacrifice to win? Mm-hmm. No entrepreneur that's made it millions of dollars didn't sacrifice.
That's the truth, man. Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't finish the quote that you put on your IG. Do you remember the whole quote though?
No, it was by
risk is to do something that 99% of the time you'll fail.
Yeah.
That was a fucking good quote.
Yeah, it's by the chef from El Bulli, Ferdinand Alvarin. I can't say his last name on my weddle, but Ferdinand something. It's from El Bulli.
Okay.
Yeah,
but I like that, man, because it's the truth. Like, I don't know if I could risk it. It's because you're basically most people are gonna fail. You're smart. Your intuition's right, but that 1%, you know what I mean, you could really fucking level up. You could get a little bit closer to your actual goal, better. Vision, something like that.
1% better every day.
And I will say, like, there's been times where I sit down and I look at myself and it's like, well, this doesn't feel like it's enough, but it's more about the perspective that you're giving yourself, and it's just the challenge that you're willing to take and just break that step of being comfortable and winning. And so
That's a good perspective, honestly.
Yeah. So sometimes it's just like you don't feel like you're doing something right, but that's what winning feels like. It's just you're wanting more. You're wanting to take that next step.
There's another quote, and it's like, there's a reason why you feel like you haven't met your bars. That's because you keep raising the bar for yourself every time.
Right.
Like you never reach your goals because you keep getting new goals that are harder to obtain.
And I feel like our dinner is a really good example of that. Because since our first dinner, we've put in thought of, not even the food, it's just, the way people are going to sit, the way people are going to talk to each other.
Yeah, there's a big book. It's called Unreasonable Hospitality. That's one that people have to.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Are people eating with their left hand?
I bought left-handed spoons.
Yeah.
They're curved.
Is that true?
Bit. Yeah, because look, if he's right-handed and I'm left-handed and we're eating, we're going to bump. So the spoon is curved so that you could still eat.
That's crazy.
Without like having a chicken wing it.
All right.
Yeah.
I got that from
technically,
that. Shout out that book.
Is it a French spoon?
No, it's just like curved a little bit more. It's for left-handed people. Yeah.
So as far as like you guys making business decisions, was there ever a funny, what was like one of the weirdest or funniest business ideas you guys had?
It has to be something with their food. I probably came up with some stupid idea of food. I've come up with some stuff that he's had to been like, no.
He's all serious, like no.
No. Like I've had flavored foams. It was just gonna be those flavored foams and like a quinella.
Nothing comes to mind.
No, not silly. It's all been like basic. Oh, I guess plates maybe. We got these like coasters. And
okay, yeah.
They're like
So we couldn't find enough plates, but we did find coasters.
And you use them?
Yeah, we did.
Here's the thing about coasters. They sell packs of 30 for like fucking $20.
and so that's
fucking smart.
Saved us a ton. And so we just found these nice stone coasters that came in circles and squares. And so it worked out perfectly.
We use those, like you can see in all of our dishes. That's probably like the most reused plate.
So you guys will see them on there.
It's gonna be a signature thing for you guys, right?
Yeah, probably.
We hate them so much.
It's all good.
We hate
that's
them so much.
Sometimes when you hate something like that,
hate washing them.
You gotta oil them up and shit.
So what keeps you guys? How do you guys maintain? Like, what keeps you guys motivated as entrepreneurs? Because this fucking beat you down every day.
We're not winning yet.
Yeah, I think it's just the fact that it's happening.
Yeah. Well, most people stop before they make it. That's the biggest thing. Is most
they don't
people
realize
like there's a picture
potential.
I see is like there's a diamond right here and a guy mining it and he turns around and there's only this much of a wall left before he gets to the diamond.
That's serious.
Most people quit.
Yeah. You were so close.
Yeah.
You were so close.
Yeah, it's all about sacrifice.
So the simple fact that that don't we do get these curveballs, that just means it's working. That's an opportunity to make something work out.
Yeah, when you ask God for a blessing, He gives you adversity.
Yeah. And you show your versatility, then now you have that skill under your belt per se. Like, oh well, last time this happened, so we could just do this again.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys I know it's a short tenure. You guys are doing great. That's what I want to ask is is there a business mistake that you guys made that ended up being a blessing in disguise?
A business mistake? That was a blessing.
Me taking this most recent job.
Yeah, probably.
That's cool, man. Yeah, honestly, that's a great way to think about it.
Yeah, I was scared. I was very scared.
Maybe you don't know what the future holds, but you're like, fuck it. Like,
there's a lot of opportunities for stuff, but it's also very scary.
Yeah, because like now you're making decisions not only for yourself and your family, but it's the partnership and the business you guys have.
6 people's families, like it's 9 people actually.
So tell me about the 2 aspects of business, marketing and networking. So how important is marketing, first of all?
I thought they all tie into each other. Like you can't network good without some good marketing going on.
So marketing, for instance, like what is your your position on that? Like, what do you guys put a lot of effort in?
Our photographer is badass. We've worked with a few videographers too that are pretty badass. It's expensive, but it's
quality work is expensive.
But it's nice to have it. People like to see that. People will look it up before they ever take word to mouth. People use their phone first.
So one aspect of marketing is basically investing.
For sure. That's important, especially if you want to like wide like reach your right thing. Like Instagram has like the targeted audiences. Yeah. People who like the same stuff you could like push ads towards them.
Yeah, and Instagram has been,
How about networking? Because I mean, that's what's cool is like as chefs, we guys know each other. We have respect for each other.
Yeah,
that's important. Yeah.
The beauty of it is that we're in El Paso, so like
there's a lot.
People know each other.
Yeah.
And so a big thing for us is, just to have that opportunity to go around this city that's not that big and,
meet those people,
introduce ourselves and meet those people and, just keep it going.
All right. So I have kind of run out of time, so I'm going to go through these questions a little bit quick.
Yeah, go for it.
But the one is advice for new chefs or chefs clocking in on their first cook job. So do you have any advice for a new chef right now that's out there, or just a chef that's about to clock in for their first cook job?
I got a good one.
Go ahead.
Understand that this is what you want, and then don't stop.
Understand what you want, and then don't stop.
Yeah, like if you want the life, then throw yourself into the life.
Yeah, I think a small goal or short-term goal would be like, if you're on fry and you want to get out the fuck out of fry, then make that goal, grill, learn learn saute, or
even look at the restaurants in your city and figure out which one you want to get to and how you're going to get there, the experience.
Yeah, that's what's cool, is you're not afraid to just jump into a fucking position, dude. Yeah. And assume that fucking position, man, and then do it to your best. That's very amiable, man. Me personally, I was a little hesitant. I was like at fry, like doing the best that I could. Once I learned, and I was like, okay, let me look over for grill. What they doing? All right, see how they're doing it. Okay.
I was always thrown into grill or like saute, the two busiest. I was always thrown.
Yeah, man, that's fucking very amiable, because it's daunting, man, when you're like burning your own shit and trying to learn another fucking station. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're like, fuck. Yeah. But yeah, just keep going. Don't stop, man. Keep learning. Define the line between confidence and cockiness.
Confidence and cockiness.
Yeah. What do you think, Chef George?
I think it comes down to what you actually know, and
Prediction.
where and what place do you actually show up? Because I think it's super easy to just run my mouth and just be a dick.
Yeah. Sure.
But you can be a dick, but you can also know what you're doing and do it right, and show people how to do it right, and be a dick when it's not being done right. But I think that's a big thing in this industry that kind of gets looked over by. It's just knowing.
That's the reason I ask.
Yeah, knowing,
sometimes we're just
having
fucking
your knowledge,
and
having your knowledge. It doesn't matter what position you're in. It's that confidence. It doesn't matter if you know something. It's admitting that you don't know it. Yeah. Because if you say you do and you don't, it's gonna show. Yeah. And so it's all about the attitude and how you present those two different things, because they can coexist. Yeah. For sure. And sometimes it's absolutely necessary. To have a well-structured foundation.
Yeah, you go.
But yeah, they can be, considered to be the same thing sometimes. But it's about knowing that balance.
Yeah, balance is all it is. Yeah.
It's all balance, for sure.
I like that, man. That's a good definition. Did you want to add anything on that?
No, that's perfect.
That's perfect, right? So the last question that I have is, how do you pay it forward? So Epicure, or you guys in general, like, how do you guys pay it forward?
I guess we pay forward. Well, there's one person in mind, Jake.
Yeah, for sure. I think we like giving the opportunity to people who want to help, want to learn.
Young chefs?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I don't know if you met Jake.
I think Chef Anthony was telling me about him. But,
he's 17 years old, and this is what he knows he wants to do, but he's already doing like the reverse purification and whatnot. Like,
I asked him, I was like, Jake, are any of your friends like doing this stuff? And he was like, no.
It's like, friends. What?
I'm like, dude, like, be proud of yourself. Like, this is hard, and I'm yelling at you. Like,
he cooks a lot too. Yeah, he cooks a lot of them. So he's going to the CIA too and whatnot. I got him the letter of recommendation, and
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So I think we want to keep doing that. Is
finding those people are fun.
Is finding the people that want to be uncomfortable and want to learn and not think that they know everything, because none of us do. Like there's always something that we don't know, and so. That's something we want to keep doing.
Yeah. That's what's up.
It's the right people, though. That could be said with anything. It's the right people.
Yeah. You're gonna spark the mind of as good as your guy's doing. Maybe Jake's gonna do something even greater.
Yeah, I know exactly. I want that. Cool. Yeah, he's starting younger than I am, so we'll see what's up.
And funny enough, we've actually had people not want to do our dinner
because they're like, oh, I'm scared I'm gonna fuck it up, and I was like, what? And I was like,
it was a little shocking.
Setting the bar high, guys.
We are, but I mean. It's important to do it for yourself,
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, you gauge the attitude of those chefs, though. I mean, if they're hesitant to do something like this is opportunity of a lifetime. And I'll be honest with you, when I graduated culinary school, like, I could have been in a competition, but I chose not to. You know what I mean? I just like, no, I didn't sign up for it. Yeah. But I regret that so much, man. That's the one regret that I have. Like, honestly, as a chef, is like, I was ready. I just was hesitant. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So this last part of the interview I have is called Lightning Advice. It's super short but powerful takeaways. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. Just try to answer it as best and as short as possible. Okay. First question I have is, what's the number one habit every entrepreneur should develop?
organizing. Like organization should be top tier.
Yeah. All right. What's the number? What's your go-to strategy for overcoming self-doubt?
Is putting yourself on the spot and either losing at it and learning, or just get it the first time. But it's about
in there.
It's just about putting yourself in that position.
There you go.
You won't lose if you never try, and you won't win if you never try. And so it's just putting yourself out there.
Absolutely. I like that. What's the best way to bounce back from failure?
Don't think about it too much.
Try not to, right?
Get an angle.
Yeah.
Get the
don't
angle.
Don't dwell.
Yeah.
Just
dwell.
Live and learn.
I was gonna say there's a reason why it's a business. It's not easy.
And last, if you had to give one piece of advice to a new entrepreneur in 10 seconds, what would it be?
Don't quit.
Don't quit, because there's gonna be a lot of bumps.
Don't quit. There's
gonna be so many bumps in the road.
Be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Like that one.
Every day should be uncomfortable at some point.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're doing it wrong.
You learn how to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you're sitting on the couch, if you're an entrepreneur, you're sitting on the couch, you're like, damn, this is comfortable. Like, no,
right.
Something's wrong.
Go do the dishes.
That's the flag. Yeah. Seriously.
Go do them dishes.
Yeah. In fact, when I get home, I'm gonna get home the dishes.
Yeah.
Man, that's fucking badass, man. It's been a fucking badass time talking to you guys. Seriously. If you guys, anybody's interested in checking out Epicure, Epicure, check it out on Instagram. But the last one was at Aura. The next one's gonna be at.
We don't know April.
Don't know yet, but it will be out there.
They're
going to try to do it every month, at least once a month. They're going to push themselves to do it, and it's an experience you need to check out. Seriously, what I have to offer is one thing, but these guys are on another level and a new generation. Seriously, they're bringing that serious like spherification. What do they call it? Molecular gastronomy. Yeah.
Chemistry.
So when I was graduating, it was like that far distant thing that I was like, what the fuck? I don't know. It's a fucking myth.
It's a myth.
Bells and whistles.
Exactly. Now it's like, if you ain't doing that, you don't know about it, you're fucking left behind. Seriously. So that's what I'm talking about. You guys need to figure out that experience and go check it out. This is the Grind2Hard podcast. We're all about motivation, entrepreneurship. I hope you guys got a little bit of spark, and just remember, let's keep going, stay passionate, and keep going. Never stop. Stay motivated. Appreciate y'all. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man.